Okay, we're running low on inventory. All right. Okay, that's a pretty high bill. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. But we also have payroll coming up, and man, the checking account's looking pretty lean. This is a mess. Ugh. If you're anything like that business owner, you probably struggle managing your cash flow. Today on the Account Talk Cast, where we help everyday entrepreneurs relate accounting to their business, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Let's talk about cash flow. But before we dive in and talk about how we can manage cash flow, we first need to understand what is cash flow. We got to start with the basics. In simple terms, cash flow is a movement of money in and out of your business. But there's more to it than meets the eye. Cash flow can be broken down into three main categories. We have your operating cash flow, which is basically the money that's generated from your day-to-day operations, like your sales, no more expenses, and inventory. Then we have investing cash flow. This includes any money that is related to buying or selling assets like equipment or investments. Last but not least, we have financing cash flow, which essentially deals with funds that are raised or spent through loans, investments, or other financing activities. Now that we understand the three different types of cash flow, let's talk about the importance of managing your cash flow. It's the lifeblood of your company. Without a healthy cash flow, even profitable businesses can run into trouble. First, we have survival, which is essentially managing the cash flow to ensure you have enough money to pay your bills, pay your employees, and keep your lights on, especially during the tough times or slow periods. And so you should probably figure out your seasonality if you haven't already. The next reason why it's important to manage your cash flow is because it allows you to invest in new opportunities and expand your business and take advantage of favorable market conditions. They do say cash is king. Last but not least, the third reason why I think it's important to manage your cash flow is because it is crucial to your decision making. Good cash flow management helps you make informed decisions like when to hire, when to cut costs, or when to pursue new ventures. Now let's talk about tips for effective cash flow management. Here are these tips. First, create a cash flow forecast. Project your future income and your expenses. This will help you to anticipate any cash shortages and then plan accordingly. Second, you want to monitor that cash flow regularly. Keep a close eye on your cash flow statement, identify any trends, find your seasonality, and any areas where you can improve your cash flow management. Third tip is going to be controlling your expenses. If you're like me, I see the shiny new toy and I get distracted. I love technology, so all these new softwares that come out, and man, I get blown away. But here's what you need to do: focus, ground yourself, cut unnecessary costs, and maybe negotiate better terms with your suppliers so that you have a little bit more of a runway to pay those bills. Every penny saved now contributes to your cash flow. Now, let's say you cut those expenses and you're still tight. Well, tip number 4 is going to be managing your receivables. Speed up your invoicing process, follow up on overdue payments, consider offering discounts for early payments. What that looks like is maybe you could do, hey, well, if you pay within the first 7 days, you get a 2% discount. That saves money for the client, for the service they were already going to buy, product or service they were already going to buy. Get strategic around this. This isn't exactly what you should do, but just a tip. Now, the 5th tip is building that cash reserve. Set aside a portion of your profits as a safety net for emergencies or even lean months, months where maybe you're not having so much income coming in, or maybe you have those one-time expenses. Next, let's talk about some tools and resources, because there's a bunch out there. These tools and resources can help you manage your cash flow. Consider using an accounting software like QuickBooks, Xero, Wave, whatever you use, right? Whatever tool, whether it's Google Sheets, Excel, whether it's a notebook, whether it's a piece of paper, whatever it is, find something that's going to work for you. Because if it works, keep doing it. You know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. These tools will help you maybe even potentially automate some financial tasks and provide some real-time insights. Well, that's all. I like to keep it short. I don't want to overwhelm you on today's episode of the AccounTalk Cast. Remember, cash flow management is not a one-time task. It's an ongoing process. And by mastering it, you're taking a significant step toward ensuring the financial health and success of your small business. If you have any questions about today's podcast, or if you have any suggestions for future topics you'd like for us to cover, feel free to drop a comment down below, and we'll be happy to reach out or incorporate that into our next podcast. Until next time, keep your cash flow flowing and your business growing.